For many women in Tulare and Kings counties, their breast cancer journey begins with a mammogram at the Kaweah Delta Breast Center and continues with treatment at Kaweah Regional Cancer Center. Now meet 4 women, all breast cancer survivors, and find inspiration and hope in each of their stories.
Well, I had just started a job. I had been working there for about a year, and was getting dressed one morning and felt an odd lump. It hurt, which was unusual. Went to the doctor, had a mammogram. The mammogram was negative. Had an ultrasound and went in and had a biopsy, and was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer. It was very scary. Just one of those things where you start looking at your kids, and I have 2 boys. They were 15 and 18 at the time, single mom, and you really start to figure out how strong you really are. And I had 16 weeks of chemo, 8 treatments over 16 weeks. It was amazing, the support from friends near and far. People were just coming out of the woodwork, and every note, every meal, oh my God, the meals. Yeah, I've never been on the receiving end of something like that. And it was amazing how much that meant, and just a casserole just is such an act of love. I had people like fighting over who was going to come sit with me during chemo. The first day I showed up there, I'm scared to death. I don't know what to expect. And you're allowed to bring 1 friend. I had 4 people crammed in my little cubicle, and the nurses were great. They just shut my little curtain. And there were a lot of times that were actually really good times during all of this. But probably one of the things that meant the most to me was 6 of my girlfriends from high school got together. And we all went up to Shaver Lake and spent 3 days and 3 nights at Shaver Lake. And it was like having a 3-day slumber party and going back in time. And it happened to occur right in the middle of my chemo regimen. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel. I knew I was going to look awful, but having them together and the energy that we had, and I felt completely fine. I was going on hikes. I was swimming in the lake. That really was kind of the boost I needed to kind of get through the second half of all of that. We actually reenacted a photo from our senior prom and they were all they had gotten matching scarves. Well, when we were all together at Shaver Lake, the most heartfelt part of it for me was the effort everyone made to be there. I do also have another group of women in town through my church, and they were amazing as well. We went away on a wine tasting trip right after my surgery in October, and both groups of women, they take care of you. They rally around you, and they protect you, and they support you, and they tell you how pretty you are when you have no hair and no eyebrows and no eyelashes, and they make you laugh, and they just carry you on their shoulders. And love the men in my life, love my children, but the girlfriends really get it in this type of a situation. My bunco group of about 20 women got together. We were having bunco at my house actually right after I was diagnosed, and they all showed up in pink, and they brought hats, and one of my girlfriends ordered me a couple wigs, and it was like having a chemo shower, and it was actually really fun. And so you take what you've been handed, and you make the best of it, and you get through it, and hopefully you have people in your life that will help you. And I'll tell you, the women at the Kaweah Cancer Center were amazing, and the nurses there are so wonderful, and I can't say enough about how comfortable they made me, and how much their quiet confidence and support just gets you through those hours. My nurse was Melissa, I call her Missy, and she and I have become friends and stayed in touch, and she is just funny and always smiling, and took care of my friends and family that were there with me, and they're just very special people there. Being diagnosed early detection absolutely played a huge part in getting through all of this. I went through kind of a why me stage at the beginning, and then at the end, why did it happen to me, and then why am I still here when so many people aren't? And it's kind of a responsibility, I feel anyway, to support people going through treatment and to support research through fundraising and support awareness. And, hopefully in our lifetime there'll be a vaccine or a cure, and our children won't have to deal with this.